Okay, what's up with it, y'all? So now listen, it's your boy Rex Angel came back at it again. So now listen, I know I've been absent for a while in my long form content videos, but today we finna listen. I'm finna be hitting a whole bunch of brand new subjects. But first, I have to revisit some old subjects, right? So now today I want to talk specifically about the fire signs inside of Vedic astrology, right? So now the fire signs are what? They are zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And what you have to understand is that yes, the fire signs can be creative, passion, adventurous, and all of that shit, right? But now let's talk about some real world serious implications of what these signs can actually do, right? Especially when you have too much energy in these fire signs in a more negative aspect, right? So now you know that the sun rules over let's start with Aries. You know that Mars rules over Aries, right? Mars is what? Planet of actions and passions, but it's still the planet of what? Aggression, wars, fights, violence, things of that nature, right? Emergency things, right? And Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun is what? The planet of what? Dominance. Real talk. Mars and sun together, both that can equal conquest. Specifically, sun is the sign of egotism, right? But it's still hot. Jupiter, Sagittarius, Jupiter is a planet of excess, right? Expansion, things that are getting bigger and wider, right? You see what I'm saying? Sometimes even hard to contain. So what you have to understand as a person, right? Especially now, I'm more of a Vedic astrologer myself, but I cover all astrology specifically. What you really truly have to understand is this: having too much fire energy inside of the birth chart, that can be a very bad thing if you don't know how to actually handle it, right? And that shit can manifest in circumstances where you are getting into domestic violence situations, right? Why? Because you got to remember, if we understand that astrology is extremely real, if we understand that astrology is not fake, it's not a game, it's not anything to play with, then we should understand that, okay, well, listen, this shit really governs over our real life, for real, for real. So now, if you have too much fire energy, guess what? How is that going to show up inside of your life? Arguments, fights, and the exaggerated or the amplified aspect of the fire energy. Like I said, domestic violence, especially when it comes to relationships, right? Because the thing about it is that and especially the nature of Mars, the nature of Aries, right? Because it wants to dominate, right? It's a very combat prone type of planet, and Aries is a very combat prone type of zodiac sign, right? So it's like you keep trying me, you keep testing me, I'm gonna want to probably fuck you up, and that's just the truth. I'm gonna want to probably mess you up really, 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 really bad, or at least a little bit, right? So what you all have to understand is that if you have too much fire sign energy inside of your birth chart, y'all, listen, you're gonna have to learn how to water that shit down and understand how to be more reasonable and be more balanced, right? Now, what do I mean by that specifically? So sometimes you could probably be jumping the gun, right? You could probably jump the gun, right? Listen to what's going on and react to the situation accordingly. But reacting to the situation accordingly doesn't mean, okay, I feel like this right now, that means I got to do this right now. No. That's not what accordingly means, right? That's according to you. I'm talking about according to just the situation calls for this much aggression or anger that you are about to give out. More than likely, probably not, right? Unless it's something where you're trying to really defend yourself or you really, really, truly have to, it's not really worth it, honestly. But now, when it comes to having like a lot of energy in Leo, right? Leo is dominance. It's very self-centered. It's very me oriented, right? So it could be very similar to Aries because the sun specifically itself is exalted in the sign of Aries, meaning that that's where the sun always want to really be at, right? So that's where the sun really truly want to be at. You know what I'm talking about? Because the sun is like, okay, me. It's I. Everything revolves around me specifically. If I go get exalted in Aries, I can just take what I want. That's Mars, right? Or I can just embody exactly what the hell I think and feel that I actually am, right? That's the egotistical aspect, how the sun perceives itself, right? So if you have too much Leo energy, too much sun dominant energy in Leo, or too many planets in Leo, and they are affecting your relationships, or just even just your friendships in general, right? You can be somebody who feel like you got to boss everybody around and command everybody. It can be very similar with Sagittarius. Sagittarius is what the teacher. So too much negative energy when it comes to Sagittarius, guess what? You might feel like, okay, well, listen, I'm the one, I do have the answers. I am educated in this. I am well versed in this. And other people might not want to hear that shit. I'm being 100% honest. Other people might not want to hear that shit. They be like, listen, You need to be quiet. You ain't the only one to know everything. I'm telling you, listen, I'm a Sagittarius ascendant in Vedic. Now, people don't tell me that too often, but sometimes people will feel like, oh my God, because I am so damn intellectual and smart. So they are this, y'all know that shit can really piss people off. If they feel like that you smart as hell or you smarter than them at a certain subject or topic, yeah, they don't really like that shit. But the overarching theme of this message specifically is that you have to be careful if you have all of this fire energy inside of your birth chart, right? Because you don't want to end up making volatile decisions. You don't want to end up making impulsive decisions because you got to understand what planet is debilitated inside of Aries. Saturn, right? Saturn is what limitation, delays, and restrictions, right? So you got to understand Saturn really don't do well with all that. Okay, I just want to do whatever the fuck I want to do with no consequences. No, Saturn don't work like that. So because the Mars energy just want to go, go, go. Because Mars in Vedic astrology is energy, right? Like I said, it's actions, right? But Saturn's like, okay, listen, you can do stuff, but you can do stuff properly. That's why Saturn is debilitated in Aries, but Mars is exalted inside of Capricorn. Because Saturn is like, listen, if we let you do this shit on your own, you're gonna act a damn fool. But Mars going to Capricorn is like, okay, shit, I know I really want to get this done. Let me go get some discipline. Let me go get some structure. Let me go learn how to use my anger and my rage in a more productive manner. So yeah, but all in all, you got to be very, very careful when it comes to dealing with y'all anger for real, fire signs. You got to be very, very careful. Please do not slap the hell out of nobody. Please do not beat nobody up. Please don't have your ass taken to jail. So if you a person with too much fire in your birth chart, please watch out for everything that I said in this video. And you can follow me on all my social media platforms. They should be right here. I think hopefully I'm pointing it the right way. My Facebook, Inferno Rex, Instagram, Rex Kane, and y'all can read the rest. But if you want a birth chart reading, please come and holler at me. I'm on Facebook a lot. I'm on TikTok a lot, Instagram a lot. So yeah, just come holler at me. But until then, I will see y'all as later. Peace.